The first thing Ryan Cole felt was the cold. Not the kind that made you shiver, but the kind that seeped into your bones, crawling beneath your skin until you felt hollow. His eyes shot open, and for a moment, his brain refused to process what he saw. Above him stretched an alien sky, pale green, clouded with twisting streaks of purple and black, like oil spreading across water. Two suns burned low on the horizon, one white and blistering, the other red as blood. The air shimmered with heat, even though the ground beneath him was frozen, covered in jagged glass-like shards that glittered faintly. Ryan sat up fast. His military instincts fired before his thoughts caught up. His hand swept across the ground, searching for a weapon, anything, but found only sharp fragments of crystallized soil that cut his palm. He ignored the pain. He'd had worse. Where the hell? His voice cracked dry. His throat felt like sandpaper. A groan broke the silence. Ryan snapped his head around. A woman lay sprawled a few feet away, clutching her head. She stirred, blinking against the sickly glow of the alien suns. Dr. Maya Lind recognition jolted through him. He'd seen her before. Briefings, lab visits, government presentations he hadn't wanted to sit through. An astrophysicist. Brilliant, persistent, the kind of mind that asked questions generals didn't want to answer. Maya, Ryan said, his voice rough. Her gaze found him, eyes wide with panic. Ryan, what? Where are we? He didn't answer. Not because he didn't want to, but because he had no answer. Movement stirred behind them. A man in his 20s pushed himself up, coughing violently, dirt clinging to his hair. He looked entirely out of place in this nightmare. Lanky, glasses cracked, a grease-stained jacket hanging off his shoulders. Ethan Voss. Ryan vaguely remembered the kid's name from some engineering file. Supposedly a prodigy with machines. Right now he looked like someone who belonged in a mechanic's shop, not an alien wasteland. What the? Ethan froze, his gaze tilting skyward. His mouth dropped open as he stared at the twin suns. Okay, nope, this is a dream. Definitely a dream. I'm gonna wake up in my crappy apartment any second. You're not dreaming, Ryan cut him off, harsher than intended. Ethan swallowed hard. You could have lied to me, man. Would have been nice. Another figure shifted nearby, but this one didn't stumble or panic. She moved with purpose, like a predator. Zara Hale. She stood slowly, scanning the horizon with sharp eyes. Her posture screamed danger, her every muscle coiled, ready to strike. Ryan recognized her type instantly. He'd served with people like her, killers who had learned not just to fight but to survive at any cost. Her gaze flicked over the others, then settled on Ryan. Where the hell did you drag us, soldier? I didn't drag you anywhere. His tone was even, controlled. He knew better than to show weakness in front of someone like her. The four of them stood in uneasy silence, the alien wind keening through the jagged spires in the distance. The land looked dead, but Ryan's instinct screamed it wasn't empty. Maya's breath came fast, her chest rising and falling as if she were on the edge of panic. I remember lights, like a tunnel, then nothing. Just, she clutched her temples. It doesn't make sense. Ryan's last memory gnawed at him. He remembered the facility, a briefing, energy experiments, men in suits talking about breakthroughs in gateway technology. He remembered his own doubts, his suspicion that none of them understood what they were playing with. Then blackness. Ethan broke the silence, voice high and nervous. Okay, random question. Does anybody else remember? Like, falling? Zara's eyes narrowed. I remember being pulled, dragged, like a chain around my neck. No one spoke for a moment. The air pressed heavy around them, and then it came. A growl, low and guttural, vibrating through the ground. Ryan snapped to attention, instinct screaming. From the shadows of the spires, something moved. The creature that emerged looked carved from stone itself, 6 legs, each ending in hooked claws that split the earth as it walked. Its body rippled like molten rock hardened into armor. Its head was worse, jaws splitting into 4 directions, lined with teeth that glowed faintly blue in the sun's light. 2 ember-like eyes locked on them. It didn't hesitate, it charged. Move, Ryan barked. They scattered as the beast thundered forward. Ethan tripped instantly. Sprawling in the crystalline ash with a strangled scream, Ryan's body moved on instinct. He snatched a shard of stone, jagged and sharp, and thrust it as the beast lunged. The shard clashed against its jaws, sending sparks flying. But the strike barely scratched its armor. The creature snapped at him. Jaws inches from his throat. A rock whistled past Ryan's ear and smashed into the beast's eye. It shrieked, staggering back. Zara was already grabbing another piece of debris, arm cocked. "Get up, soldier!" Ryan didn't waste breath arguing. He shoved Ethan toward Maya, who dragged the engineer behind a half-crumbled wall. Ryan pointed to the ruins looming nearby, jagged walls carved with strange alien markings. "There, go!" They ran, the beast pounding after them, claws scraping sparks from the earth. The ruins loomed closer, shadows stretching. Ryan spotted a narrow tunnel barely wide enough. "Inside!" They dove in. The creature slammed against the entrance, its claws raking stone, its roar echoing like thunder. The walls trembled, dust and grit showering down. For long agonizing minutes, the beast clawed and snarled, trying to squeeze its massive body inside. But it was too large. Finally, with a rumbling growl, it retreated, vanishing into the alien haze. The silence that followed was deafening. The group collapsed, chests heaving. Ethan pressed his back to the wall, eyes wide, voice shaking. "Okay, Jurassic Park, aliens, I hate it. I hate all of it." Maya's hands trembled as she clutched something she'd picked up outside, a fragment of stone etched with symbols. Tears blurred her eyes, but her voice was steady. "These markings, they're not random. They're equations, coordinates." Ryan's chest tightened. He knew what she was implying. "They're not natural," she whispered. Her gaze flicked up, meeting his. "We weren't just dropped here, we were delivered." Zara's lip curled. "By who?" No one answered. Ryan pressed his back against the wall, his hand bleeding from the shard he'd used against the monster. His heartbeat thundered, but he forced calm. He couldn't let them see fear, but in his gut he already knew the truth. They weren't stranded, they were chosen, and someone or something was watching.